Yo. So, game dev is still hard. I feel like at some point I'll be beating a dead horse with that line, but we aren't there yet. So, today I'll basically be giving you the rundown of how it went making Breakout, and there's some ups. Mostly there were way too many downs. So without further ado, let's break some bricks. For any of you who don't know the brick breaker genre, I'll give you the short and simple. Brick breakers are games where you break bricks. Well, that's it. Moving on. Okay. I'll give a real explanation. Brick breakers are games where you break bricks with a ball by bouncing it off of a paddle that the player controls. The bricks are usually arranged in a grid, but they can be arranged in any number of ways. And the bricks can be broken in one hit, take several hits, or be indestructible. They can also drop power-ups or power downs that can help or hinder you. Is that what they're called? Power downs? I don't know. Anyway, the version I made is based off of the 1976 arcade Breakout, which basically means the bricks break in one hit, and the varied colored bricks give out a different amount of points. There are certain intervals where the ball speeds up, and if the ball hits the back wall, then the paddle shrinks. You have 3 lives, and you have to clear 2 screens of bricks to win. Simple as that. Although it definitely wasn't that simple for me to make. So the first thing I did was get a screenshot of the game. My plan was to use the screenshot as a guideline for placing and getting the right size for all the assets. Once I had the wall set up, I moved on to the paddle. At first, I pretty much just copy and pasted my paddle from Pong to save time, but I thought it'd be cool if the paddle followed the mouse, since the original arcade had a dial for movement. And after some trouble, I was able to get the paddle to follow the mouse and collide with the wall. And with the paddle working exactly as I intended, okay, we're just gonna ignore that. Okay. For the ball, I copy and pasted my code from Pong as well. Like I said in the last video, brick breakers are pretty much Pong turned 90 degrees, so a lot of the mechanics and code will just carry over. I mean, it makes my life easier, which is, good. It's just I get to just copy stuff and it works. Oh, okay. That's easy. That's an easy fix. It just needs a balanced physics material, and it's all good now. Yeah. For the bricks, I started tracing them, but then I realized that they're separated by some unfriendly numbers, and I don't really want to deal with that. In the wise words of Barbosa, the screenshot is more what you call guidelines and actual rules. Plus, these decimal numbers are hurting my brain, so I'll use nice whole numbers. And now that I have the separation figured out, I'll be able to programmatically spawn the bricks in, which is necessary, I think, since there are 2 screens of bricks that we have to clear. That's what I did next. And with that done, everything was set up. The bricks would spawn and the ball would bounce off of them. So the ball was passing through the bricks because I forgot to put a collider on them. Which we can fix real quick. Much better. This feel like I've accomplished so much with this. You hear that, YouTube? I feel like I've accomplished so much. And now that we have collisions, we just have to make it do stuff when they collide, say, destroying the bricks. With all that out of the way, we just have to implement scoring for each colored brick, a life counter for every time we miss the ball, change the paddle size depending on if we're in play, whether we hit the top wall or if we run out of lives. And all that's left to do is add sound, but that's it. I pretty much made Breakout. So let's see the result of my work. So yeah, I had no idea what was causing this. I'm assuming it had something to do with the physics engine, since it looks like it only happens when it hits a brick somewhere around the corner. I don't know. So I tried several fixes making the ball bigger, using Unity's reflect method, spacing the bricks out differently. I don't know, I'm getting desperate. It has been several days since I left my shell, also known as my room.
I haven't seen the light for so long, despite sitting next to a window.
You know, all that's to say is, I got tired of programming, so I went to beatbox and started making the sound effects, and I started to remember what joy was again. Eventually, I came up with like a jank method to fix the flatlining issue. I basically made it so that if it started a flat line, I would manually change the direction, to go down like a 45-degree angle. And that prevented the ball from flatlining, but it also caused the ball to break like 5 bricks at once sometimes. But it works, and I'm getting tired of this, so I'm moving on. With the ball not flatlining anymore, I decided to clean up the code since, I was kind of shoving everything into one script and making the biggest pile of spaghetti I had ever seen. I don't understand what is happening. Like, why are the bricks getting triggered twice and giving double the points? So I'm kind of done with this project, so we're gonna do another jank fix and just divide the score by 2, and that should fix everything, right? I hope so. Because I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And at some point, I don't know when, I changed the paddle movement back to how it wasn't Pong because it leaving the border annoyed me. With all the bugs fixed, I decided to split it up, and make it look like the arcade version, by adding colors on the side and having the ball change colors when it hits a brick. And this is the final product, for realsy this time. Well, that's that, I made Breakout. I never want to see another paddle, brick, or ball again for the next couple of months because my sanity is on the verge of, well, insanity. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope my suffering brought you some form of entertainment. If it did, please hit that like and subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. Well, I'll see you guys next time, probably. Bizzles!